Hello and welcome. I'm Stephanie Gruppling with Manatee Educational Television. We're here kicking off the 26th annual Film Festival season right here in downtown Sarasota. Stick with us because we're going to be talking about all the great films coming out this season, some producers, filmmakers, and some sponsors that really put together this event and make it happen year after year. We have a great program for you today. You're going to want to stick with us. I'm here with Paul Ratner. It is the 26th annual film festival in Sarasota. Paul, tell me a little bit about what is going on for the film festival.
Well, we're very excited to be back. 26th year, bigger and better than ever. We have put the pandemic behind us. We're back at Regal Cinema this year. We haven't been back since 2019, so we're screening twice as many films, and we have an excellent opening night film of Bull Street. We have a Golden Globe winning actress representing Amy Madigan. We have Steve Buscemi coming for the closing night film, The Listener. We have the largest party we've ever done, I think, the fantastical street party on April the 12th, so we're inviting everyone to come over for that. And we have, just an excellent program of 200 plus films.
That's incredible. So you said twice as many films.
Right.
And is that because you're now at the Regal and
Yeah, we weren't able really to screen with the same volume that we had before until this year, for the past 5 years. So because being back at Regal gives us the opportunity to really screen, as many films as we used to. So.
how many films did you receive for submission this year? Because I know it's an astronomical amount.
Yeah, I know it's in a couple of thousand, I would say. A couple of thousand, and our programming team has to, watch everything. So, and they pick the best of the best.
Well, I can't wait to see the schedule of all of the films for this year's film festival. Tell me a little bit about the impact that this film festival brings to our community.
This festival is a real mainstay in the community, and it's been here for 26 years. A lot of folks have gone through it, a lot of celebrities, a lot of filmmakers, and I feel like the festival's had a tremendous impact. It also brings a lot of economic impact on the community. We facilitate a lot of tourism. We obviously work with a lot of hotels, a lot of local nonprofits and other organizations. So, we think we have a really important place in this community.
Paul, what do you think the general public should know? What's important about this film festival?
I think our festival is one of the best ways, outside of going to Sundance or Cannes, to see some of the best films in the world. Our programming team really does an excellent job selecting the best films from the past year. And so if you are in any way a film fan, you will love being at this festival.
Tell me a little bit about the opening movie. You touched on it earlier. What is it about and who stars in it?
The opening movie stars Loretta Devine and Amy Madigan, who is a Golden Globe winner and Oscar nominee, who will be here in person.
Oh, wow.
And it's an excellent historical film, that touches upon kind of a family story, that I think our audiences will really enjoy.
Excellent. And when is opening day of the film festival?
The festival opens April 5th, and the opening film is at 6 p.m. So.
Wonderful. Look forward to seeing it. And here we are at the kickoff for Sarasota Film Festival. I'm here with Judge Williams. Judge, you have been involved with the film festival for many, many years now. And a little bird told me that you have a new project that you're working on.
Yeah, as far as the new project, we do have a project in works. It's not complete. The working title is Fish Fry, and it basically is meditation on friendship and history and past lost and past found and future lost. It's basically takes place in Palmetto, Florida, at St. Andrew's AME Church, where every Friday they have a fish fry, which are like fish fries all over the country.
Right.
And I was sitting there with my compadre, Duran Adams, a retired judge, and we were saying, this is great, we should film this. And basically we just film the gathering every Friday where people from all backgrounds and all ethnicities come together for a fish fry to sit under the trees and talk, and that's the latest project.
Sounds very inspirational and, family involved.
We hope so. We hope so. But the history with the Sarasota Film Festival goes back with me at least 10 years, maybe even longer. It's just a great film festival, very underrated. We like to punch above our weight, and I have sort of an unofficial role with them promoting certain films. So I'm looking forward to this year's film festival.
Well, we are so glad to have you on board yet again.
And good to see you on board again.
Thank you. I have a baby on board.
Oh, so baby on board, really? So good.
So I'm really on board.
So next year you'll be holding a baby.
I will
for us.
be.
All
I
right,
will be.
great. And a good time to indoctrinate your baby into the film
That's
film
right.
festival.
Judge, you have worked on many projects, some which have been in the film festival. A couple of years ago, there was a film called Through the Tunnel.
Through the Tunnel actually was our foray into the film festival, and with the cooperation of Charles Clapsaddle and METV, we put together a film that sort of captured what times were like in this area many years ago, in the late 50s, early 60s, right before we had school integration. It told the story of a now sometimes forgotten high school, Lincoln Memorial High School in Palmetto. We told that story through two people, Henry Lawrence, who was an NFL great, and Eddie Shannon, who's still around at 101 years old, I think. And so that was really sort of the beginning for us, and it was a great film. It still gets played. A lot of the people that are in the film always ask, when's it going to be shown again? So we're very proud of that. But we've done a few other films. We did A Way Out, which talked about, unfortunately, domestic abuse with a local level. The Enduring Beauty of Memory, which talked about memory, how it works, and what happens sometimes when you lose it. So we're very proud of the films we've had in the Sarasota Film Festival.
Definitely films that are important work, and, capturing times in history and pertinent things to impact all of us.
Right. We like to tell that we tell stories that need to be told. So we're very proud of that. And Manatee Educational Television's been a big part of that also.
Well, I can't wait to see what else you have rolled up your sleeve.
You never know. Thank you. Thank you.
I am here with Dr. Washington Hill. We are here at the beautiful Sarasota Modern, kicking off the film festival this year, and you are involved. Tell me a little bit about your involvement in the film festival this year.
Because of the film festival, we'll be showing a film called Aftershock. Aftershock is a documentary about maternal morbidity and mortality. It looks at causes of mothers dying during labor and delivery, or just having a lot of problems. It takes a deep dive into what has happened and how we can prevent it.
Well, that'll be an interesting movie for me to catch this year. It's very pertinent for me. Learning.
I'll sit next to you so you won't get upset. There you go.
If I have any questions afterwards.
Yes, I'll be there.
So tell me about what inspired this movie.
That's a great question. One of the staff members from the Healthy Start Coalition of Sarasota County called me after she saw the film on Hulu. And said, Dr. Hill, this would be a wonderful film to bring to our community. We can show the film, and then we have a nice, good discussion afterwards on what we're doing to prevent all this and how we're working together as a community.
That's great to have a panel, and hopefully some doctors will be involved in that conversation and open up the dialogue to the community.
We have 3 doctors, myself, several others. We have the past president of the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. We have a midwife from the community who's going to be with us. We have the director of obstetrical services who is a nurse, and she'll be with us as well. And then last but not least, we have a parent who has delivered at the hospital. So it's going to be a good opportunity to discuss how we're doing in Sarasota.
What's the best piece of advice you could give to an expectant mother about her health and safety in her pregnancy?
Get into prenatal care early. You can do that. Even if you have no insurance, you can do that. So the best advice is to get into prenatal care early in the first trimester. Obviously the usual, no drugs, no smoking, that type of thing. But if you get into the care early, You can then talk to your doctor about any problems that you've had in a previous pregnancy, any health problem that you have. I think that's the best advice.
Excellent. Well, you heard it here from Dr. Washington. Make sure you get your prenatal care. Thank you so much, and I
Thank you.
look forward to seeing that movie.
Absolutely.
I am back with Gus Molasses. Gus, great to see you again as always. Tell me about your involvement in the film festival this year, and let's catch up.
Catch up. Let's get some catch up. I love this place, and I love this time of year. I've been involved coming here as first a fan, and then as a filmmaker and a person of the media. So I've been wore every hat, and as sponsor as well. So.
Ironically, you're not wearing an SFF hat.
No, I'm not, but I do have some. I'm gonna get some merch this year. I love it. I love that Marky kept this. Mr. Famiglio kept this going for another year. As long as this thing goes. First of all, it's a great footprint for Sarasota. Yeah. It opens us up to the world.
It opens up huge cultural doors that we don't really think about for most of the year, and it's like, oh, it's springtime, it's film festival time.
Absolutely, and I do some teaching, and I do lectures and reviews, and to me, the biggest thing this film festival does brings people into the movies. So we see films in the movies with fellow filmmakers, with crowds in a communal kind of situation, and that is sorely missing, and I hope that never goes away. So that's kudos again for that.
Are there a couple films that
I've not seen anything other than listen, I'm a fan of Steve Buscemi. I'm delighted that he's going to be here. I've interviewed him on this red carpet a number of times. I think he's truly one of the greats. He's just really a sweet person too. And I'm just glad that he's going to be here and be honored, and hope to catch up with him a little bit too. But I always look for the jewels and the gems and those little things that I see on the last day of the festival that I swear I wasn't going to go see another film. Like Locke, for instance, many years ago, a Thomas Hardy movie. I saw it the last day of the film festival, one of my favorite films. So that's what it does for me.
Well, you'll have to catch a couple flicks, and then we'll catch up with you later in the film festival, and you'll have to tell us about it.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you guys for doing this.
I just bumped into these lovely ladies here, and you have a film in the film festival.
Exactly, Curry Scent.
Carrie Set. And tell me a little bit about what inspired you to make this film.
Well, I wrote the book, and it's a light story about an immigrant family that comes to America and the quest for the American dream, and what happens to them.
Okay. Is this a fiction or nonfiction?
It's fiction.
Okay.
It's fiction. But they say all stories, all truth is stranger than fiction. So
It's inspired by.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Well, I don't want to give away the whole movie, but we are here with this gorgeous actress, your daughter.
Thank you. Yes, I had the good fortune to play the lead, and I had such a great supportive team between my cast and crew. It was such a good experience, really.
Is this your first film in the film festival?
Our second film, we're premiering tomorrow at Gasparilla.
Oh, wonderful.
And we have been distributed by Freestyle Media, which is Byron Allen's company. So we're very
Wonderful.
excited.
That's excellent. Well, I can't wait to catch it. And so nice to meet you, ladies. Thank you. I'm here with John and Jerry. These gentlemen have programs in our local community. Your program is at Booker.
Correct.
And tell me a little bit about your program.
Sure thing. We have a visual and performing arts magnet film and animation program. So our students make live action films, they make animated films, cell animated, hand animated, and stop motion animated films.
Wonderful. And Jerry, you're at Riverview.
Yes, I am.
And what are your students into right now?
So our film program is based on the International Baccalaureate curriculum, so it's international films. So we have a 3-year program. We're the only school in the world that has a 3-year program. We start with film history, and then they go into production, and then senior thesis films. So they're all live action films.
Oh, wow, that's incredible. So what inspires your students? And I understand a couple of them have submitted movies to the film festival this year, which is incredible for kids 13 to 18 years old.
Right, right. My students have 7 films in the Hollywood Nights competition this year. They're very proud. They're inspired by great films that they see, new films. They like to watch all kinds of things, blockbusters, really unusual, kind of esoteric things too, to get their ideas. But a lot of what really inspires them are things that they go through every day or things that matter to them. And so it's a real pleasure to get to watch them do these labors of love.
And then get credit for it in their community, right? And then, Jerry, your students are interested to go into higher education and pursue a 3-year program. Is that correct, I'm hearing?
Well, our program is the 3-year program, but I would say that we have probably anywhere from 5 to 7% that actually want to pursue film as a career. In fact, one of my previous graduates from last year also followed me because I also teach at Ringling College for film. He's also one of my students at the college, so he went and continued film and is studying at Ringling, so I have him again.
And you get
4 years.
And you get to see it full circle.
You get to see it full circle, absolutely.
Wonderful. You guys must have such pride in your students, seeing their ideas and fruitions actually happening on the screens.
It's so exciting. They're excited. And it's fun to be a part of the process. We're essentially producers in a way. They're the ones doing the creative work. And it's a blast to watch them discover things and look at the world maybe a little bit differently than we do and to actually learn from them as well.
Wonderful. Well, I will catch up with y'all later this film festival season. Thanks for joining us. This is the 2024 Film Festival Kickoff for the Sarasota Film Festival. I'm here with Brian Gordon, the programmer for the film festival. You have a big job.
Yes, I do. You might think, people think, oh, you get to sit back and watch lots of movies. Well, the thing is that lots of them aren't that great. And some of them are good that just won't fit for the festival. And some we want and we can't get. So it's not necessarily a fun job.
Lots to sift through.
Lots to sift through, exactly, yes.
So I understand that there's twice as many submissions, or not submissions, but films being shown this year.
I know, it worked out really well. We're back at the Regal Hollywood 11 on Main Street, and so we have more screens and more throughout the whole festival than last year. So we have more space, more slots, so more spaces to show films, and we just hope that more people show up, obviously.
So with all the categories of films, tell me a little bit about what you're looking for in each. What you're looking for in a short is so different than what you're looking for in a documentary or anything like that.
Well, I think, in general, we're looking for a film, that sets out, that accomplishes what it's there to say. And that's a very broad description, but, it can be a film that's supposed to be very entertaining. It can be a documentary that makes a really important observation or access to a certain subject, and it could be a short film. It's just something that, especially with a short, it tells a story and it's very succinct. So, and that includes just a wide range of films. It can be a really great, entertaining comedy like Thelma, which was a big hit at Sundance with June Squibb and Parker Posey and the late Richard Roundtree. That's one of the films I'm really excited that I'm so happy that we got. But it can also be this marvelous documentary about Canadian pro wrestlers. Wrestling in indigenous community centers in the very north of Manitoba in the wintertime.
Very interesting. A porthole into a whole nother world, if you will.
Exactly, and that's what those are my favorite types of documentaries. That just give you a porthole into a place or to a topic that never crossed your mind, but then you go see it and go, wow.
Yeah. Are there other standout movies that are a must on the checklist for the film festival this year?
Absolutely. Our opening night film, directed by Lynn Dow, called Bull Street, is a really sweet yet stirring drama that takes place in a small South Carolina town about a lawyer there who tries to keep the property that another branch of the family has claimed. And Amy Madigan, whom we all know as the judge, and Loretta Devine, the great Broadway actress who's done a lot of TV. She plays the grandma in the film. That's really good. The director, Lynn Dow, will be coming. Our closing night film, The Listener, is directed by the great character actor Steve Buscemi. Is a really another stirring, well-done drama about a kind of a day in the life of someone who manages a crisis hotline. and it's done really well. So and
That'll keep you on the edge of your seat.
it will, yes, yes, and be entertained at the same time.
Well, you've heard it here, the highlights for the film festival. Thank you so much for coming out tonight and continuing to support the film festival and arts in Sarasota the way that our community needs.
It's my pleasure. I love it.
I'm here with Eric Arroyo. Eric, tell me a little bit about why you're here today. I know that you're very involved in our community.
I'm here because Sarasota is a city of the arts and culture. People come here and invest their money and go shopping at our shops. They come, of course, to see the film festival. Everybody's excited to be here today. And Sarasota is just known for this. It's a hub. It's a mecca. This is the event that everybody talks about all year. And so no event would be complete without having every single member of the organization. You have the major colleges here. You have the restaurants, the airport, the fastest growing airport in the country here. So everybody's here, and I just wanted to have a piece of that. So I came to show some support.
Well, you certainly do a lot to support our community, and this is, like you said, one of the biggest events in town with all the core sponsors around town. It really brings everybody together. What are you looking forward to the economic impact of the Sarasota Film Festival? That's got to mean something to you and the rest of the commissioners.
Well, absolutely. And every year I just look forward to getting those numbers at the end, saying how many people came, what the economic impact is, and it's just growing. I mean, Sarasota is becoming a bigger and bigger part of the entire Tampa Bay region. So much so that I hear people in Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater mention Sarasota more than they mention Clearwater. They say, we're going to Sarasota for the weekend, or we're going to Sarasota for the film festival. And that's exciting because I was raised here, and I love Sarasota.
Wonderful. Well, you heard it here from Commissioner Arroyo. I'm here with Nicole Hancock. Wonderful to see you again.
Every year?
Yeah, every year. We are wearing many hats this year, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yes, so I am still with Cinebistro, helping them out with the film festival, it's one of my favorite events of the year. I'm so proud to support it. And I work for the Performing Arts Foundation, and our gala is tomorrow, and Kristen Chenoweth is in town for that. So it's a really exciting time right now.
Yes, busy. So what exactly does the foundation do, and how is it tied in with the film festival?
Well, Mark is a board member, so obviously happy to support what Mark brings to town. But we support education in town, and it kind of spans all of the areas. So we are mission-based on education, arts-based education. So the Performing
I get
Arts
it now.
Yeah, and that's kind of my wheelhouse.
Yeah, no, that's great. And then a lot of the films are going to be shown at Cinebistro this year, so that's always exciting. You have beautiful movie theater, and it's always a wonderful experience there.
Thank you. Yeah, we're very proud of it. This will be our 4th year sponsoring and partnering, so I'm really proud of it. It hits a sentimental spot for me, so the fact that we get to do it again is really exciting.
Excellent. Are there any films that you're particularly eyeing this year on the Film Festival Guide?
I am not going to lie. I haven't had a chance to look at it because we have a gala tomorrow. So come Saturday, I will be able to dig in deep to what we're doing and what we're screening and what we're hosting. It's kind of nice to be surprised, too. I haven't been involved in, I get to look and deal with the team on what we're showing at Cinebistro and kind of be surprised. So as a fan, that's exciting, too.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, Nicole, wonderful to see you, and best of luck on your gala tomorrow.
Thank you so much. We're very excited. Thank you so much.
I am here with Mark Famiglio.
Yeah, it's me.
Yes.
Hi.
Welcome.
How are you today?
Welcome to your party.
Yeah, I guess so. I was a little late, but the Sarasota Modern is really wonderful, and a lot more people than we expected, which is great. We had a very select group, and it looks like we got twice as many. Sometimes it is what it is.
26 years strong. You are the man, the
John.
myth, the legend.
How you doing, Scott? What's up? John, how you doing? Yeah.
Tell me about what inspires you to keep the film festival going.
Well, it's people like METV, to be honest with you, and people like our sponsors. Yeah, it is. Because you know what? Just to come out, there are people I only see during the film festival because I'm so busy, and everybody's busy. But this year, we're just really lucky. Sarasota Modern has stepped up to support us in a big way as a host hotel, but also they've done this before. And last time we had a great success here. So what inspires me? Really, it's the community. It's Manatee and Sarasota and all the great local support we got. And also, there's a lot of local films here this year. A lot of guys who did amazing jobs, and we get to watch the film industry grow around here. It's pretty cool.
Just to our north is the Ringling Art College. They are one of the sponsors, and they have been, a great resource of talent into the film festival.
That's right. Yeah, they're fantastic. Lately, we've just rekindled our working with them at their film lab, and we've brought filmmakers over there the last couple of years, and I know that it's had a really major impact on the college, and it helps us as well. So we're very happy to see that.
You have twice as many films airing this year.
We have a lot.
Yeah.
We have a lot. We have too many. Actually, we have too many. I was thinking of just cutting half of them out and just saying forget about it. Now, the only problem is that I think I already paid for a lot of their airline tickets to get here, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I mean, we're going to send them to the Sarasota Modern, let them hang by the pool.
Sounds like a good gig to me.
Films out. We got too many. We've got too many. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for the lineup. You're holding on to one of the hottest books in town right now.
I just picked this up. It's come off the press. I haven't seen it. The art on the face was done by a lovely Ukrainian artist this year. And among many things, it seems to support a wonderful Ukrainian film we have called Porcelain something or other. It's amazing. I won the Grand Jury Prize at Sundance. And we're just really impressed with it. And there's a little bio on her. Wonderful. She sounds fantastic. I can't wait to meet her. I know she'll be around.
Right on the inside cover. Pick up one of the Sarasota Film Festival guides to find out the listing of all of the films in the film festival this year.
That's right. We're really, really excited, like we are every year. And I'm very excited that we get to share with you guys, because you guys are like...
We wouldn't miss it.
No, really.
We would have knocked on your door and made you do it.
You guys, METV, baby. METV, baby.
What would you like to say to the community and the general public that you feel is important about them to know about the film?
Well, clearly it's our impact on tourism. Just an hour ago, I got a call from Los Angeles. We are glad to see. I mean, it's amazing. Variety never does this. They blasted out our entire schedule. Wow. They printed our entire schedule everywhere in Hollywood. That's a big deal. Sure. I've never in 26 years seen them do that for anyone, except maybe about a quarter of the time they do it for Sundance. But we've never seen them do it for another festival. It's blasted everywhere. I just got a copy of it. The entire schedule. I was just amazed.
Well, that's wonderful because they're
a quote from me.
Oh.
Which I just...
What's the quote, Mark?
Something about how lucky we are to do what we do. This year, we have so many films that have as their root Sarasota, Florida. One of the key films that we're showing is a spotlight film, highlights a young thespian who was born and raised here. We also have, called The Lineup, I believe it is, The Line. And we also have a great film by local producers that was filmed here, called The White Van, which is a real thriller. Very, very exciting, and we're just thrilled that we're able to support all the local films, but mostly tourism. And it really has a major impact. It's not just the volume of people that come here. It's last year we were on the Today Show, which was amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, how did that happen?
Great PR
so
there.
Excited, really excited. Yeah.
Well, I will let you get back to all of your sponsors and enjoy your party, Mark.
So much.
We'll catch up later.
So nice to see you again. Hello, my name is Mark Familio. I'm the chairman of the Sarasota Film Festival. This year is our 26th year, which is very difficult to believe, honestly. But we're here tonight to honor our many sponsors. So thank you all. I'm sure I'll mention a few of you later on. But I really appreciate everyone supporting the festival. We appreciate the help of the Modern Hotel. The Modern is not only a beautiful, elegant, wonderful space, but this is the second time that they've actually sponsored with us. I believe we do have new ownership here and new management anyway. And so we're very, very appreciative of everything that they've done for us. But they've opened up their home to us this evening, and in fact, throughout the 10 days of the festival, this will be the central location for many of the celebrities and guests, filmmakers, directors, producers, all will be here at the Sarasota Modern. Tonight, I'm particularly excited because about an hour before I came in, I got word from Los Angeles. I'm so connected out there. I'm not at all, actually, but they think I am. And Variety was kind enough to do something they've never done for a regional festival or many festivals at all. I see it for Sundance. I see it occasionally for South by Southwest. But they printed and promoted our entire slate of films, included my quote, which was really not very good, but nonetheless they did, and it went not only around the country but around the world with their moniker on it. So we're so pleased that we've elevated the festival to a position where we get that kind of attention. In fact, I can't tell you how impressed I am with that mere fact. So I'm very, very fortunate to tell you that. This year, our opening night film stars, or one of the stars anyway, is Amy Madigan, a Golden Globe winner who was nominated for Academy Awards, and we're very pleased to have her. And we're very, very happy to have Amy here with us for the opening night film called Bull Street. Many of the other films are going to be highlighted by our programmer in a few minutes. But I do want to say a couple of other notes. This year, we're doing a complete slate of Oscar shorts. And the reason I'm mentioning that is a very, very big deal. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has chosen to honor us by allowing us a complete slate, thereby putting us in competition and putting us on the map to become an Oscar festival, which is a very, very big deal. In fact, other than my twin girls having their birthday during the festival, of course, Camilla's here tonight. Hi, Camilla! It's her! 16 years old, born during SFF number 10. Born the night of the gala, as a matter of fact. As Stanley Tucci said to me, I like the name Camilla, and he named her. True story. Other than that, this is a big, big thing to get a complete slate given us by the Academy. And we'll have representatives and people here, not only and watching very closely everything from my behavior and all of your behavior to see whether we're worthy. And I guess they're looking see if that we can have parties sufficient to support, that qualify for the Oscar, yeah. So, and I think that we're going to do quite well in that department. But this year, on Friday night of our street party, which is on the 12th, I believe, we're going to be partnering with USA Swimming, which is the group that does the qualifiers for the recently announced open water competition for the U.S. Olympic team. And they're going to be coming to Sarasota. We're glad that we are part of that and that we encourage that to happen. And we worked really hard with the team from Frank PR and others to make that happen for Sarasota. And they're going to be here. So we're going to be partying with them with a bunch of Olympic gold medalists and past and present gold medalists. And we're very, very excited. The actual competition and the qualifiers is taking place in May at Benderson. Our closing night film is called The Listener, and we're very proud to have an alumnus return. Steve Buscemi is coming to support his film, and he'll be involved in many of the activities leading up to that. We're very proud to have him, and Ren Arthur, who I met as the producing partner with Robert Altman the night that my daughter was born, just in case I hadn't mentioned that. But Ren Arthur is coming with Stephen, and I'm particularly proud of that. She's an icon and a well-respected producer and someone that I care about very much. We have some amazing local films that were produced here and made here in Sarasota. many of them, and including the actor who's in one of our centerpiece film, Austin Abrams, who most recently is in Euphoria, and he's coming with two Sundance movies, and he was born and raised here in Sarasota, and he publicly recognizes his work with community theater as to what pushed him into the film business because he couldn't stand it. No, but he actually, that was kind of a joke. But because of his work with community theater, he got into the film business, and he's going to be returning to Sarasota to help us celebrate his film that appeared at Sundance to much acclaim. And he's really a young, rising star. And at first, I didn't know who he was, but my daughter Camilla, who's here with me tonight, if I haven't mentioned, was really thrilled to hear that Austin Abrams will be joining us. It's really fabulous. Our poster art this year is particularly interesting. It was designed by a young Ukrainian artist who had escaped Kiev and is currently in LA. But while she was in Miami, she came to Sarasota to look at what the film festival was doing. And she offered us what I considered a beautiful and delicately crafted work of art that she had committed. And it very interestingly supported another Ukrainian film that we had gotten out of Sundance, The Porcelain War. And it's a very sensitive portrayal about an artist and his wife, I think a couple, who are potters. And it got the Grand Jury Award in Sundance. We didn't think we were going to get it. But my pandering with the Ukrainian art and whatnot, I guess it worked because we were able to get it, right? Isn't that why? Maybe not. Okay. I made that up. But I thought it was funny. Okay. So this year, we're really, really happy to have Cinebistro returning as a venue for us. They've been great partners the last many years. And we're also returning to Regal Cinema for the first time in many years, which is going to give us I don't know, 10, 20 more theaters. We have more films this year, and we need the theaters. So the headquarters are going to be based in the Regal lobby, and between Cinebistro and the incredibly comfortable reclining chairs with the great food, and Regal that has popcorn and Kit Kat bars and soda, a great bunch of venues. And we're very excited about that. Truly, returning back to Regal is a big, big deal for us. And we're very thankful to them and, of course, the Cinebistro. Our other sponsors include the Sarasota Performing Arts Center. We're very excited to have Sarasota Performing Arts Center Foundation support us as well. And a great bunch of people and a very large but achievable task in front of them. And we're really looking forward to building the Renzo Piano building over the next couple of years together in partnership with the city of Sarasota. It's really a wonderful, wonderful thing. Our other partnerships include Ringling College, which is fabulous. We're starting to utilize and build that partnership. We're very excited about it. For the first time in many years, the Film Lab is morphing into something magnificent and wonderful, and we're really hopeful that as we move forward that we have a deep and continuing relationship, and I'm certainly committed to it, and to Larry as well. I have to thank the provost of the new college who's here tonight, who's coming here as we get on the pendulum that is swinging constantly, culturally, educationally, in this state, in this city, in this country. And I don't know where the pendulum is now, but we're here for the long haul, and I'm going to go back and forth and back and forth. And I appreciate all your support. We are doing a wonderful film there on Thursday, the 11th. We're doing a film that is a documentary about a young skateboarder who last year went to the Olympics, right? A couple years ago. I'm losing track. But Jake Alardi is his name. He's one of a twin. From Osprey. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get his grandmother to come, but I certainly hope so. But we're going to be showing that film at New College on the Bayfront for all the students. And I guess they're doing pizza and whatever else is legal there they'll be doing on the Bayfront. And we're putting our big screen there, and I'm hoping to have this. If you show up by skateboard, you eat pizza and you drink something for free. That's the deal. but we expect to have 600 students and other people there. It should be a lot of fun. That's Jake Alardi, and the name of his film is Into the Spotlight. And I saw the film. It's really quite wonderful. I want to recognize the Senior Friendship Center, whom we love and adore. I think I saw somebody here tonight. There you are, guys. Good. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you doing a yeoman's job, and it's not easy, and it's getting better, and I know you've got a lot of things planned for the future. Thank you for being here. I want to thank KT Kern, who always supports us, who we love and adore, is doing some wonderful, wonderful work, and I think she's doing a discussion on the fentanyl project, and that's really great. And we're also doing some discussion about organic food, which, whatever, I don't know. Where we are. We're doing a thing on artificial intelligence because everybody feels like we need to do things on artificial intelligence. And I think they're probably right? So we're doing something at Ringling, a wonderful talk that has a compilation of several different professors from different institutions. And that should be a lively discussion. I'm certainly going to go. And Paul, you're going to be involved in it, I believe. So we're very excited about that. And that's on AI at the Ringling on Sunday the 7th. I'm sorry. We do have some dignitaries with us tonight. Duran, thank you for being here, Judge Duran Adams. We have, of course, Charlie Williams, who's responsible for so much here at the festival. He has helped us curate and choose and produce, along with Duran in some cases, films for a number of years. And he's really set the tone for and enhanced our programming in a way that I'll forever be indebted to him, right? And he's really a fantastic guy, and I appreciate your being here. Thank you, Charles. And METV, I want to thank you, as always, for your coverage. This year, in addition to the illustrious METV, we're going to have Variety, we're going to have Rolling Stone is coming, and they're going to be covering the festival, along with IndieWire and, a score of others. But we're so pleased that the international and national press of that quality is coming to cover the festival. We get them most years, but Rolling Stone, I think it's the first time, and this is one of the head honchos, I believe. Yeah, he's the head of film and television for Rolling Stone, which has become an increasingly important role at that publication. So we're really pleased that he's coming, and I think they're staying here at the Sarasota Modern. They're great. We have a great documentary about the Black Keys, which is an illustrious band that I personally adore, and they're going to cover that. And they're going to handle some Q&As and whatnot. So we're really, really excited about that. We're not sure. There's going to be other people announced in connection with many of the films, but I'm prevented from announcing them today as much as I want to. And they're cringing as I say all this because I'm not supposed to say anything, so I won't. I'm not going to. But if you listen closely, if you take the first letter of the next 10 words that I use, you might figure out who it is if I choose my words carefully, which I haven't started doing yet. We also are thankful for Voco across the street, a lesser-known hotel, but nonetheless a wonderful hotel that was the Indigo previously, and they've been great supporters. We love them. We're going to be doing events there, and we're helping them. In fact, this entire neighborhood is going to be abuzz with events associated with the film festival. We love what we know is the Rosemary District. We love the people who live here, and we're just so pleased and proud of everything that happened. This year, we're doing something unusual. We're doing a little spot before films where a young thespian is going to be talking about a documentary film that she's making. And she's not here tonight because she's a working 12-year-old in some theater somewhere in Sarasota. Maybe many of you might know her. Her name's Naya Chambliss. Her dad happens to be here tonight, but we adore her, and she's going to be pitching her next film that she's written and that she's going to be producing. Small budget, but nonetheless elegant and beautiful, that has to and talks about bullying of her friend who was a cancer child who sadly passed away. But it's a very touching and really upbeat, surprisingly, portrayal of that whole event. And she's going to be pitching that on little spots before certain films. And they won't leave you searching for your handkerchief. They're actually very uplifting. And so I'm proud to be able to do that, and we look forward to that being a successful kind of GoFundMe thing. She's already off to a great start, I understand. The Florida Cancer Centers are children's cancer centers. is going to be supporting that as well. And we're just really proud to have them involved with the festival. They've been in Tampa for many, many years, and just now they're moving into Sarasota, and you'll be hearing a lot about them. They're really the only institution that I'm aware of that deals with the counseling of families and children themselves in a way that's both touching and appropriate. And it looks like a really, really wonderful group of people, and we're very pleased to have them associated with the festival. So I want to thank Bill for being here. Thank you, Bill. Right? Yeah. It's always good to see you. I know everything's going to be okay when you're there. I want to thank Sage. I want to thank the Realm Restaurant Group. And we're really thankful to them. They have Sage, they have the Bijou, and several other things that they do in town in the restaurant world. And they're sponsoring our closing night party and the President's Dinner, which none of you are invited to, unfortunately. Well, actually, some of you may be. Most of you are not, although it is available for a cool $50K, right? And well worth it. I do want to recognize and ask him to come up for a minute. A friend of mine and someone who's been supportive of the festival. I think, Eric, you might have been there when they gave us the key to the city a few years ago on 4th Street. They honored us in a way that was very touching and very meaningful, and we love that. You know, we love the city of Sarasota. We love being here, and we love all your support. Eric, could you come up and say a few words?
Thank you. Everyone, please give them a round of applause for hosting all of this. Nobody ever applauds Mark. For those of you that don't watch Channel 2019 at 9 a.m. on Mondays, I think it is, I'm Eric Arroyo. I'm one of your city commissioners here in Sarasota, and I'm honored to be here. You're going to see so many people. You're going to see two types of people here over the next few weeks. You're going to see people who are loved and they're extremely famous, and then you're going to see people like me. But here we are. You just listen to us. Events like this drive Sarasota. We are known as a place for the arts, for culture, and the fact that this is being featured in Tampa magazines, in St. Pete, in California, in New York, the fact that we're being mentioned here means that something truly special is happening here, and you are all a part of this. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. The economic development is going to be amazing in this, and I hope to see you here next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Let's see, a little bit of housekeeping. When are Dr. Hill's curated? When's his? At Ringling. Saturday 6, at what time? At Ringling. At what time? 1 p.m. It's going to be quite good. Healthcare equity in various matters, as I understand it. I've seen snippets, but not everything. So I'm going to really enjoy being there. And I think we're about to say thank you very much, and I'm going to pass it on to our programmer, Brian, who's really an amazing find. When we pulled him out of Toronto, not Toronto, we got you out of Tribeca. When I got him out of Tribeca, they were really pissed at me. I mean, they were really pissed at me. They were. I got death threats and all kinds of things, but, you know, for Brian, it was an easy choice. Sarasota, Soho. Sarasota, Soho. Sarasota won, and ladies and gentlemen, Brian.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Mark. It was quite a great. It's kind of both a real challenge, but it's a challenge I really enjoy. Sifting through all the films. Of course, I started in late September, and not every film is good, so it wasn't. It isn't something you necessarily, kick your feet up on the table and sit back and watch. You have to make some decisions, and this year especially, we were going after films that were showing at Sundance, and it took a lot of patience and a lot of bugging, and we got some really good films this year out of Sundance, more than I think in years past, and including a number of award winners, such as Porcelain War. Mark gave you a really good rundown of the films, but I'll just give you some other highlights. One of the films that was a big hit at Sundance called Thelma, we're showing. This is a really great comedy thriller. Stars June Squibb. You might recognize her as a really great character actor. She's plays this 93-year-old grandmother. June Squibb in her real life is actually 94. And she falls victim to a Hello Grandma scam, and she sets out to find the perpetrator. It's a great film. June Squibb is terrific. It also stars Parker Posey and the late Richard Roundtree. So you want to see this film. Josh Margolin, the director, is coming. And other films from Sundance include this really terrific music documentary on Luther Vandross. It's kind of like about time someone made a film about him. And this is a really good one directed by Dawn Porter, who did the great documentary on John Lewis, among other films. That'll be showing a couple times during the festival. And while I'm on the subject about music films besides The Black Key, we're showing another really interesting documentary on the classical pianist John Bayliss, and he will be here for the screenings. Besides all that, part of the commitment to what we want to present overall is a really good diversity of films, documentaries, fiction films, and films that represent all the different communities in the area. We have some really good films from LGBTQ-oriented films, African American and African diaspora films. And I want to thank Charles Williams, the aforementioned Williams, and Paul Tolliver for their great support and feedback on some of the films that we ended up showing. We have a really good sidebar of sports movies, including the world premiere by a Florida filmmaker on baseball scouts, which I think you'll really enjoy watching. Also a really great selection of films on the arts, a really good new documentary on the great actress Liv Ullmann, and a really terrific new film on Alfred Hitchcock. You think everything's been said about him, but there's some really good insight into this. So I'll go on and on, but I just want to say if there's really something you want to be really interested in seeing something different in terms of sports films, I can't recommend enough this documentary about pro wrestlers wrestling in indigenous community centers in northern Manitoba in the dead of winter. The Death Tour. Don't miss it. So thank you, Mark. We'll see you at the festival.
Brian will be available starting 5 a.m. every morning in the Regal lobby to help you with your programming choices. Isn't that right? He would, actually. That's Brian. He lives, eats it, and sleeps it. It's amazing. I also want to thank Christy and Grace, Pablo. You guys, come here. All right, well, thank you all very much. Thanks for being here. We're going to wrap this up. We do have a lot of information. The catalogs just came out. They're literally hot off the press, and we're happy to share those with you. They're going to be sent to 30,000 homes this weekend, actually. And please look forward to our ridiculous, silly TV ads when they come out, because they're pretty bad this year, and we're really loving that. So thank you very much for being here.